Welcome back to the Broker Power Up podcast, the AIME podcast for strategy, stories, and insights to help you close more loans. I'm Tommy Golightly, joined by Jonathon and Haddad. How are you?
Good, man. You are Mr. Consistent. I'll tell you that. I was just smiling because you got that script so locked and loaded at
I
this
don't
point.
even have to look at it
That's what
anymore.
I'm saying. I could tell. I could just see it on your face. So that's put a big smile on my face. That's cool.
It's fun. I made that realization earlier today, actually, that I can just run through the whole intro and not even think about it. Like, you know how like when you're thinking and wanting to talk and you kind of have that internal monologue of like, this is what I'm going to say next, and then I'm going to lead into that, and then that. My mind can just go blank and I can read the entire thing.
You
It's
ever
pretty
heard
fun.
of bilateral simulation before?
No.
So it's a proven theory, but basically for thousands of years we were walking and talking as a society, right?
Mhm.
And so even now I walk and talk a lot. Like when I'm
Oh,
walking and talk, so I'm
yeah.
walking bilateral,
Yeah.
and it's forcing your brain to kind of do its thing. So for me, I wanted to kind of take that approach and apply it to like when you're speaking or where it is second nature, and it's like that's what you're describing, where I can do multiple things at once. And when it comes to this, I don't really need much of a thought process. I know exactly
Ah,
what to do the second that camera turns on.
yeah.
You know,
No,
it's like a
yeah.
form of that. So that's really unique. That's
Cool.
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, like walking and chewing bubble gum.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we have a lot going on today. We have the Broker Buzz, where we dive into the top posts of the week from the Brokers Our Best Facebook group and discuss what's trending, what's working, and what you need to know. Then we're going to go into sales pitch training, where John helps us become better salespeople. And as always, we'll wrap things up with story time with John. But first, a fortune cookie. And this one was spoiled to me because it's the last one until we get new ones. But John doesn't know yet. So today's fortune: a journey of personal growth is in your future.
That one's, I mean, I am one of the biggest believers in personal development. It's changed my life drastically. I will say I have had a tremendous amount of opportunities be put on my table over the last couple months. Um, and I'm definitely going to pursue something from that investor side of things. And I think I am incredibly excited for that journey. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of learning lessons in that process, but that's a great one. You weren't
Yeah.
kidding.
No,
You weren't kidding.
it's, I feel like you can take it both ways. You can be like, yeah, that's a really good one. Or you could say, that's a really bad one. Cause that's like saying the sky is blue. Because just, I feel like everyone is on a personal journey. And I guess the key differentiator that keeps it from being that the sky is blue fact is the growth word, where it's personal growth is in your future. So it's the key word of growth, of just pushing and growing as the person that you are becoming.
Well, you have to make it a commitment too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like whenever it
absolutely.
comes to personal growth, it is like not a lot of people want it as much as they say they do.
That's
And
fair.
that's something I've been thinking about a lot.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's dive into the broker buzz with our first question of the week. For broker owners, do you require or advise your 1099 loan officers to obtain some form of E&O ins, getting ready to expand and want to make sure the company is protected?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm not gonna go down the path of is 1099, can you do it? Can you not do it? There are many people in our space that have gone down this process and have done a really good job navigating. There are intricacies, but as long as you understand those intricacies, there is opportunities in this situation. E&O policy is errors and omissions. You're generally getting it at the company level, and you're protecting yourself in these instances. So I'm going to tell you yes for the 1099 side is a separate insurance policy, because think about it, you're not trying to deviate. Like you still get blamed, right? Like as the broker owner, it's your company, you will be the one at fault at the end of the day. But the additional coverage and insurance, I don't think hurts anybody, especially considering that they're leveraging their LLC,
Mhm.
and so they can get the E&O additional policy. So that's just additional protection, something I would look into. Make sure you're good to go on that. That's my approach. There are multiple people that do it different ways. I absolutely am going to recommend that every single time.
Absolutely. And our second question for the week: Been running a one man shop for a few years now. Lately, I've gotten a few inquiries from the loan officers who want to hang their licenses at my shop. Any advice on how to expand my operation to let other loan officers sign on? Is it a good idea or bad? This is for Washington State.
Okay, so forget the state for a second.
Mhm.
You're talking about either a dual agency. Some states allow dual agency. So basically, that is, I can work for two separate companies. There is a tremendous amount of compliance that goes into this from a regulation standpoint. It is very important that you absolutely are dialed into the regulators. Call them, check in with them, ask the questions, ask whatever it is that you have to ask to make sure you're protected. Now, disregard dual agency for a second. Number one, I'm going to challenge you because I've gone down this path and it has burned me. There's also been instances where it has done very, very well. If this is a loan officer that's just wanting to join you because their one friend that they've known since they were kids decided to move to Washington and they want to do the loan and that's the only reason they want to do it, don't you dare hire them. You will shoot yourself in the foot, be very upset with that situation down the road. The other side of it is it costs you money every year to hold that license. Like they have to do at least one loan. I think a couple states it's like after two loans you're profitable. But for most states, it's if you do one loan, you are profitable in that state. Not by much. It depends on the state. So the second piece is how much business are they actually doing in that state? Do you want to take people on that are just trying to figure out business in Washington but don't live there? Like that's a big conversation that you need to figure out. Or do you not mind training some of the people and getting them off the ground and dealing with some of the BS and having to understand how that works? So the answer is you can do it, you can get it done, but build a set of standards around who you allow to hang their license with you and make these standards tied into what matters most for your business. I don't care if people get pissed at me for saying this. You want to know what matters most for your business? Is you being able to continue to put food on your table and be profitable. Because if you're profitable at the business, at the high end level, as the business owner and the business is profitable, you can do all the things you need to do to execute and help other families get into homes. So that's what I'll leave you with on that. Be very cautious, build the right standards, and as long as the state allows it, that other person's in, double check the regulators, you're good to go.
Makes a lot of sense. And our final question for the week: trying to get more intentional with my borrower calls. I get a lot of inbound calls off of my website, but by the time they actually apply, I'm having trouble remembering who's who and what they are wanting to do. Trying to find something easy to record calls on my phone and transcribe it with notes. Ideas? What's your system?
Granola. Like
Granola.
granola is the easiest one. Granola you can download on your phone. If you make the call from your phone to the person, it transcribes the meeting. It just gives you the high level details of it. Double check state rules and regulations. All you have to do is say calls are recorded for quality assurance. If you are going to record calls, um, so double check that. CYA yourself, but granola is by far the easiest thing, especially if you're a loan officer that uses your cell phone the majority of the time. If you use a work phone and you're like Wade Betts, perfect example. Wade Betts does a really good job with his personal phone and work phone. He literally leverages his work phone for everything, but he can record anything. He can do whatever he wants through his work phone. And he's so like, I don't want to hear it. There's no way it doesn't work that way. It does. You can do it. It is a process. You do have to adjust to it. You do have to build expectations around it. But you absolutely granola is the easiest path if you're not going to do the other stuff. So if you're like, John, I don't want to figure out the A2P, the TCPA, all these different approvals, then go through granola, double check the state regulations. Is it a one-way when it comes to recordings, or is it a two-way state? Basically, if it's a one-way state that you're in or you're reaching out to, then you don't have to tell them you're recording.
Hmm.
The best practice is just to say, hey, all calls are recorded for quality assurance. What's going on? I mean, that's y'all, I did it for years. Does it freak clients out? No, it doesn't. John, are you sure? Yes, the data is out there. Just look at these retail companies that are doing billions upon billions of dollars in business. Most of them in the retail side are recording their calls all the way through. So it has nothing to do with fear or any of that. It's just the way you have the conversation.
Yeah, I think there was a couple episodes ago we talked about that, and there's just it's almost like a form of professionalism too for the for the customer when they hear that. It's like, "Oh, you're taking this call seriously. Oh, you want to remember. Oh, this means I probably won't have to repeat myself." That's exciting. So, if you want your question answered on the Broker Power Up podcast, be sure to be an AIME member in the Brokers Are Best Facebook group and use the hashtag Broker Power Up when you make your post. And we'll be right back with some sales pitch training after this ad.
Fuse 2026 touches down in Austin, Texas from September 24th through the 26th, and this will be the biggest one yet. We are bringing the independent mortgage community together for 3 days of connection, strategy, and real solutions that are tangible and easy to implement that day. As always, Fuse is an event built for brokers by brokers, and this year's main stage is stacked with some of the biggest names and sharpest minds, both from within and beyond the mortgage industry. Not to mention the VA Summit and the incredible WMN Summit. Denim and diamonds this year for WMN, plus dozens of breakout sessions and an exhibit hall packed with partners passionate about pushing the industry forward. And you heard it right. We are giving away a truck. Yes, iced by Cake, live on the main stage this year. And the best part, every single AIME member has a chance to take it home. If you aren't a member, sign up today to claim your Fuse ticket included with your membership. Annual plans start at $199 per year. Scan the QR code to learn more. We'll see you in Austin.
And I'm waiting to become a better salesperson. John, what do you got?
All right, Tommy, today I think the community is ready for me to start diving into 2.0 sales and for you guys to really understand and see the way that my brain works when it comes to every conversation I jump on. And I can't help it. I have been trained this way. Some of the things I'm going to go over with y'all, some of you aren't going to like. I don't care. I'm here to teach you how to have effective conversations and how to give yourself the best shot to win every single deal you're on. I mean, that is literally what I'm here to teach you to do. So this is going to be a high level overview, and then I will be doing a Zoom call on this down the road. So Tommy, we can clip this up real nice.
Yeah.
I have 10 sales strategies that I use every time. I'm going to give you guys 6 of them today. Then the other 4 are very high level. And it's something that if this turns into something, Tommy, I really want to build this out. We can even do something at Fuse for this.
Absolutely.
But here are the 6 main sales I do every time. Number 1 is the pendulum sale. All right, Tommy, what is a pendulum?
Isn't that the thing that swings back and forth?
Yep, there you go. You nailed it. So, Tommy, the person who starts a pendulum,
Mm-hmm.
do I have the ability to stop the pendulum when I want?
Yeah.
If I start it, right? Can I just hold it and stop it?
Yeah, I'd assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, you can, right? Not a trick question. So, y'all, pendulum, I am in control of the pendulum. So I want you to think about a pendulum. This is a thing where you pull back, you let go, and then the ball just back and forth. And sometimes they have multiple in the middle. It hits.
That's what tricked me up. Yep.
Yep. And then it hits another ball, and then it goes, and then it stops. But you can stop it. I can control the pendulum. A pendulum sale is you going back and forth with the consumer. So pendulum sales I like to do with heavy negotiators. So these are clients that are ready for a great deal. They come in. I'm going to shop you around. I'm going to hit you hard. I'm ready for this back and forth. The second I hear those cues on a call, this is a pendulum sale. So I'm going to keep throwing things in your court. I know you're going to throw them back into mine. I'm just incredibly cautious with the words that I use and the questions that I ask because I need to have control of the conversation the whole way through. The pendulum is occurring because I'm allowing it to occur, not the client. If you let the client control the pendulum, you've lost the deal off the bat. You are now going to be in a race to the bottom and you're going to lose a majority of the time if the consumer controls the pendulum. Now, when you have it, this back and forth has a lot to do with specific questions that you ask somebody that's shopping. And I'm only going to give you one example because that's a teaser for you to join the call so you can learn a lot more of these examples. So one example that I press on a pendulum sale, hey, outside of fees and cost, what else is important to you about the process outside of the obvious ones like closing on time? So here you go. Your turn.
Yeah.
Because I just told you outside of now the pendulum's in your
Those
court. I'm not
those seem like the important things.
Perfect, right? So that is number 1, y'all. That is the pendulum sale. Number 2, the pedestal sale. Tommy, what is a pedestal?
It's something that raises.
If I were to tell you you put somebody on a pedestal, what does that mean to you?
They're lifted up. They're raised up. They're
Okay,
being shown off. Center of
perfect.
attention.
A pedestal sale is you putting somebody on a pedestal. So what kind of client is this for? These are the clients that are incredibly affectionate about their assets, for example. These are people that talk to you about biweekly payments. They talk to you about how they take every extra dollar that they have and they apply it to their mortgage, and that they're exactly on pace to pay the house off in 19.7 years. Those clients, that's a pedestal sale every time. Every single time I'm going down the pedestal with that person because what they're doing is not normal compared to everybody else. So I need them to understand how not normal it is. And I want to make them feel very good because they want validation in what they're doing. They are talking to the mortgage expert, us, and they're telling you how excited they are to pay their house off 19.5 years, how they want to apply extra, how when they get their bonus at the end of the year, they always apply it towards their loan. Any other tricks that they can learn from you, they ask about. Those clients are best built for a pedestal sale. Put them on a pedestal. Hey, Tommy, one of the things I love that you're doing is your ability to be so disciplined to apply extra towards principal every single month. I can
Thank you.
tell based off your loan balance, because I pulled your credit, that you are correct. You're on pace to pay this home off way faster than the 30 years that you initially signed up for. So hats off to you. You and Jillian are doing an incredible job pushing this home forward in the right direction. Pedestal.
It's encouragement.
Now, Tommy, you ready for the second part of that pedestal?
Yeah.
Now, Tommy, what if I can show you a way to make you 5% more effective in paying this mortgage off?
I'm open ears.
Okay, you see what's happening, everybody? Pedestal, 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 ask.
Yeah. It's like you're doing a good job. It's like motivation, motivation, motivation. That thing that you want, I can get you there faster.
And that's all I'm asking, especially for somebody that truly wants to. All right, by the way, this is a disclaimer. I didn't think I had to say this, but I'm going to. This is only if there is a loan that makes sense, okay? Please, for the love of God, do not take this out of context and present loans that don't make sense. But if I'm talking to a Tommy who is dialed in, disciplined, and pays extra, and I have a chance to help him pay this home off 10% sooner, so I can save an additional 1.9 years for Tommy, you bet your bottom dollar that is a conversation that I am driving home until I'm blue in the face.
And it also comes from just the conversations we've had. Like from that doesn't just come up someone with a fresh lead kind of a thing. It's like
Well,
after.
I will tell you this. Like when I was in direct to consumer,
Mhm.
it was fresh leads every day. There wasn't like you were trying to write the loan on that call the time they
Oh,
answered.
okay.
So I would do a quick job of trying to understand how you're wired and built as a human. And I can tell by pulling your credit is the reality.
Oh,
So
sure. There's
so the
tells.
reality is once I pull, I can see if you're paying credit cards on time. I can see if you pay extra. I can see if you have balances. So it allows me to craft the conversation in a way that is very effective and can be done even on that first call.
That makes sense. I didn't think about it.
Obviously, long-term builds, which is what you're the big relationship
Yeah.
pieces. Yeah, this is exactly how you build it is through the conversations, just understanding what the consumer wants. If I can help you accomplish a goal that's that important to you, I'm going to present it. Number 3, bandwagon sale. Okay? Bandwagon sale is close to a pedestal sale, but there's a couple of nuances. So, bandwagon sale is this. Client comes in and client, let's just say, needs to do cash out to save money. Let's just say they're in a rut. You pull their credit. They know it's not the best, but they qualify. All right? What I do is, oh my goodness, thank God. Tommy, I just want you to know you and Jillian do qualify. And most of my clients that are roughly in this credit score of 650 to 670, they're taking advantage of a very specific product that I'd love to go over with you. Most of my clients, I am bandwagoning you to most of my clients that are in your situation. So if you call me and you're already nervous to call me because you have all of this debt that's accumulated, and then I'm pulling your credit and you know it's an uncomfortable conversation, but you also know you need help, I'm very cautious with how I bring everything up, and I do it in a manner that's incredibly secure and safe for that consumer to be able to tell me everything that I need to know. So it works very well for those clients that are embarrassed. And you know who these clients are. You just got to be cautious with the conversations that you're having. Because
That's
not
where I was
every,
going to go.
and look, Americans, it's the most debt America's ever had. I just want you to understand that. It's also the most equity America has ever had before. But people are ashamed of debt. It's not like people, when you ask people how they're doing, it's not like they're like, I'm tons of debt.
Everything's
Things are
fine.
going downhill.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, that's going good, just figuring it out. So it's not like this is a comfortable conversation. My job is to create that comfort.
Yeah.
It's high level, huh, today? Not bad?
No, yeah. And then where I was going to go with that was you hit it spot on that can be embarrassing. And so with you bandwagoning and making it be like, one, you're also asserting yourself as the expert because and telling them that you've done this before, but you're also telling them that they're not alone.
100. That's the safety net.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4. You ready for this one?
Ready.
Reverse bandwagon. All right.
Oh, so you're the special one.
These are for clients that come in super confident. I used to call them the Google clients. Now I'm going to call them the Chat GPT clients. And by the way, I'm this client too. So I want to be crystal clear with everybody
That's me.
here.
Yeah.
I am the Chat GPT client now wherever I go. I mean, if I'm going to change a tire to a doctor's office, it doesn't matter where I go, that I am that client. So I'm not making fun of everybody. I'm just telling you how I shut this down. In the line of work that we're in, there is a lot of moving parts, and people in certain occasions want to act as confident as humanly possible so they don't get taken advantage of. We've all done it. I've been there too. A reverse bandwagon sale, though, I need to slow the conversation down very quickly, and I want to explain it to you. Yeah, my wife and I, we know exactly what we want to do. We know exactly the process. We want to stick with the 30-year mortgage, and the reason we want to stick with the 30 mortgage is for X, Y, or Z. And then reverse bandwagon. Hey, Tommy, I find that very interesting, but I am just curious. Most of my clients are actually looking to do a 15 or 20 year and pay the house off faster. Is there a reason why the 30-year mortgage is so important to the two of you?
Lower payments?
But you see the reverse bandwagon?
Yeah.
And every
Yeah.
time the consumer pauses. Every time they're just. Now,
I don't want to
again,
affect my lifestyle.
and that's okay. Whatever it is, I'm just trying to make them think differently because I know you were on Google typing away or on ChatGPT typing away, and I know you weren't thinking about a 15 or 20 year. I just know that's the case. So that's a reverse bandwagon that you could leverage. You could also leverage it for down payments. For people that want to put 20% down, let's just say it doesn't make sense. Hey, most of my clients are actually putting down 5%. Is there a reason why you think 20% makes the most sense for you and your family?
So I don't have to pay PMI?
Now, walk me through PMI. You see
Yeah.
what I'm doing?
Yeah. And then
Right, what do you know about
that's
PMI?
that's as far as I know. That's as far as I go.
And I know that, right? There's no
So
way
you're driving them to the end of the cul-de-sac, and then they're gonna have to turn around and ask you for directions.
and see me right here looking for a big hug, right?
Yep.
Hey, I'm back. You went the wrong way. That's exactly it, Tommy. And again, it's just a challenge. I'm simply trying to understand why you're adamant about 20% down, why you're adamant about a 30-year, why you're adamant about paying off X debt. Reverse bandwagon is for clients that are absolutely adamant, but you don't understand their goals fully. So I'll leverage this to understand the goals at the highest capacity that I can.
Absolutely. That was cool. That was a lot.
How's that? Well, listen, I still got 2 more. All right, the next one, the yes train. I've talked about this one before, but I want to drive this home. A yes train is what I like to leverage prior to any presentation. So I always sprinkle it throughout my first phone call, but before I present a loan, I am always trying to get a yes train. So let's just talk refinance for a second. A yes train is questions that you ask that are very difficult to say no to. For example, obviously, Tommy, it makes more sense to keep money in your pocket than in the bank's pocket, correct?
Yes.
Very hard to say no to that question, right?
Right. Yeah.
I try to get 4 or 5 of these yeses in a row. Obviously, Tommy, it makes financial sense for you and your family if we can save that money that you're looking for so you can invest it into buying that next property. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Y'all, you can do it for anything. Real estate agents, y'all can do the same thing as well. You can build the brand however you want. You can build the yes train however you want. Hey, based off this house, is it meeting the needs for you and your family because you need to upsize with the big backyard?
Yes.
Easy stuff, y'all. The yes train I leverage almost every single time. I'll also sprinkle it out throughout the first call if I can, but I'm really hammering that home prior to presenting. Hey, Tom, before I present, please grab a pen and paper. I just want to go over a couple things with you. That's what I do, y'all, and it works like a charm. Go ahead.
No, I just had my pen. I'm ready.
Got it. Yeah, I got it. All right, y'all, and then the last one. The last one is called the flashlight sale. The flashlight sale is I put a flashlight on the problem, not the product. This is a flashlight on the product. This is a flashlight on the problem. You ready? Mm-hmm. Flashlight on the problem or the product is 30-year mortgage. That's a product. That's not good. I don't want to put a flashlight on the 30-year product. I want to put a flashlight on the problem. So if a client says to me, I don't want to pay PMI, I want to put 20% down. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Client, can you walk me through your understanding of PMI? The product is a conventional loan at 30-year fixed without putting 20% down has PMI. The problem is I need to understand why you don't like PMI.
It's not an investment, probably is the answer for most people. It's not paying the interest. It's not paying principal. It's more insurance.
So ready? I'm going to walk you through how I have this. And this is just so you understand how I make people think differently on the phone. So clients say that all the time, right? I hear you 100%. But on top of that, right now, money is trading at the highest it's been in quite some time. And even if you put this money into a money market account, as opposed to you putting 20% down, you just put down 5%, even 10%. You save that other 10%, that's $60,000. Tommy, your PMI is $80 a month, and it's going to be on for roughly X amount of years, however it might be. But your extra $50,000 in a money market account that you were just going to put into your house can gain on average 5% or higher. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's a risk by all means, and nothing is perfect. But these money market accounts, they do pretty well. And so I think it's just important that you take a look at different options when it comes to this process. Now, if you want to do the 20%, Tommy, look, you want a blue suit, I'm going to give you a blue suit. But my job is to challenge you because this is what I do for a living every single day, 12 hours a day.
Yeah. And we've talked before of just like how things were with the lower interest rates and to how things are now, just because things were the correct mathematical best investment then doesn't mean that they are today.
That's it. And so that's the flashlight sale. That's all I'm trying to do, because I know every other LO, when that Tommy calls you and says, here's the product, here's what I want, here's what I want to do. You know what most LOs do? Where's I don't have my pen down here, but they're order taken. Ready?
I'd have a cheeseburger with fries and a milkshake.
Thank you so much. And then you're giving them options and you're like, why am I getting ghosted? That's why.
Yeah.
Y'all, these are 6 of my top 10 strategies. I am here to finally unlock to many of you. I think the community is getting ready for 2.0. You guys can get a little glimpse into my mind. We're going to take these and expand on them, turn them into something special for all of you. Very high level overview, by the way. Must be an AIME member to get access to this information. It's only $199 for the year for you to get some of the best sales tips and training in the country about being a loan originator at the highest level possible. That's all I got.
Well, thank you, dear listener, for tuning into this episode and making it to the end of the podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, do us a favor. Hit the like button to let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people see this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. Share this video with a fellow broker who could use a power up. Remember to lead by example, to lift each other up, to grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, keep powering up.